talk about climate change, sustainability, and all kinds of things that help the earth. What do you think? What is the major thing that is needed to help the earth?
So we have a very clear deadline, which is 2050, right? And if by 2050, if we fail to meet that deadline, we will face repercussions which are going to be irreversible. So what is that deadline about? The deadline essentially says that the global temperature cannot increase by 1.5 degrees Celsius. Like we have to keep it under 1.5 degrees Celsius until 2050. So how do we keep that under 1.5 degrees Celsius under within 2050? So for that we need to essentially become a society which is becoming less and less carbon intensive. We need initiatives like Sambhav hai, wherein essentially you are converting all the villages into carbon neutral villages, and apart from that, other societies like housing societies and everything into carbon neutral societies that essentially will ensure that the carbon emissions from each of these entities is as low as possible. So, in a nutshell, what we need to really do, is to rapidly decarbonize the economy, which means, of course, the settlements within the economy and the businesses that are there that need to rapidly decarbonize. So that's essentially the path to really fighting climate change, apart from, of course, talking about it. I feel that the large part has to be played by businesses and conglomerates, collectives of folks rather than individuals. Of course, individuals can live a more sustainable life, but it's a systematic change that is needed, and as a result, we need changes at a higher level rather than just like people changing their lifestyles.
So, coming to lifestyle, what are two major lifestyle changes people should accommodate to actually help the earth?
So first and foremost, get an EV. Okay, so there are range extended EVs that have now come out that can help you travel for more than 1600 kilometers with a single charge. Now that solves all the problem, and there is no excuse to not go for an EV. That is one. Second is um, go for less non-vegetarian diet, because non-vegetarian diet is very carbon intensive. So that's another thing. And third is, if you can avoid flights, do that. These are the three major things that you can do as an individual.
Thank you. So, Mr. Suresh, would you like to tell about Sambhav Hai? How do we protect the earth? What is the main cause of it?
Main cause of it is the overuse of earth, lot of carbon emissions. The carbon emission has reached to a very big extent, which is harming the earth very badly. So our chairman, Dr. Irfan, has a vision to reduce the carbon emission globally by 1%. For this, we are starting an initiative called Sambhav Hai, where we are creating carbon neutral villages. We'll be creating carbon neutral villages. In the first phase, we'll be adopting 30 villages from the EBG Foundation companies, EBG group companies, and we'll do a pilot and do all type of activities in 30 villages in coming 1 year, and showcase the global people, the corporate people, the government, that this can be done, this is possible. Sambhav hai, this is possible. So we will showcase this, that this is possible.
The people who are watching this, especially in Hyderabad, what are the small changes you expect them to have?
Basically, awareness about what we are doing, whether we are wasting food, whether we are using plastic, whether we are using something which is harming the mother earth, which is harming the environment. So we have to be aware, everyone has to be aware. जैसे कि मैं हिंदी में अगर बोलूँ, बूंद बूंद से घड़ा भरता है. If everyone contributes, then the things become very bigger and the impact is much louder.
Thank you, sir.